But university reputation, which is what we are here to talk about, is way more complex, I think we'll all agree, than graduate employability rankings. The three most important factors for choosing a university are reputation, location, and employment prospects. Of those three, the easiest one to measure and the hardest one to change is obviously location. Yeah, we are where we are. Then we look at employability stats. Those are tricky to measure, but we're managing to do it. They're hard to influence, but we're all chasing that tail. I think that the most interesting and the most important one is the softer one around reputation. The reputation of your university is the sum total of all the meanings that all your audiences hold in their heads and in their hearts about your institution. It's everything that they think, feel, hear, say, read, watch, imagine, suspect, or even hope about your institution. That's what your reputation is. And it's just another way, really, of talking about your university's brand. Brand and reputation are almost synonymous. So we have reputation, location, and employability prospects. I'd like to add one more under-recognised reason for choosing a university, and I'm going to call it the "it just felt right" factor. It's the emotional element, and we've all done it. Maybe for you, I don't know, choosing a university is maybe too distant a memory, certainly is for me, but how about choosing a house? Thinking back to the last property that you bought or rented. Put your hand up, please, if the moment you fell in love with the house or flat that you bought was when you saw this, the property's energy performance certificate. No hands. How about it? Was it the surveyor's report that did anybody? No? Okay. What about some people maybe put their hands up at this stage when they read the estate agent's details? Yeah, was that even that? I would have expected maybe one or two. So probably for the rest of us, it was either a first or second hand viewing. Yeah, yeah, lots of nodding and yeah, okay. So that was the clincher. We'd done our homework on the reputation of the area and indeed what living there might say about us. We knew what our budget was, our commute to work, how many bedrooms we wanted, the size of the garden. We shortlisted the roads that we prefer. And then the moment we walked into the property, all that analysis, all that planning, rational thinking, all that research and hard data flies out the window, doesn't it? And somehow we just know it's the house for us. Yeah, it's really basic, it's innate, intuitive. We know I could be happy here. This could be my home. My family could grow up here. It's a deep, instinctive, fundamentally emotional response that leads directly to us taking on a monumental debt over a period of a quarter of a century or more. An enormous long-term commitment in a world that is frankly full of uncertainties. It's mad, isn't it? But it's not entirely dissimilar to taking out a student loan today. It's the same thing. The truth is that we don't buy houses or choose life partners based upon performance stats or data sets. So why on earth should we be surprised to hear that students and parents are just as instinctive and emotional when they select a university? And I think that is genuinely exciting. As marketeers, the truth that we are fundamentally emotional creatures with instinctive, irrepressible, almost primordial desires should excite us. Why? Because if we're involved in shaping, as these guys are, the reputation, the brand, the experience of visiting or attending or graduating from our university, then we know we can't afford to rely upon the stats. Our goal can't be restricted to communicating information, the hard data. We know we have to make an emotional connection with our audiences. We've got to deliver effectively a brand experience, is the way that I would put it. We need to tell stories and paint a picture of what it will feel like to belong in this place, to be part of it. And increasingly, we need to do that online as well as in person and in print. We've got to create some sort of visceral, innate connection that bypasses the cerebellum, the thing that thinks inside us, and goes straight to the limbic system. That's the really deep cortex of your brain. the most primitive part, where our decisions and behaviours are ruled by powerful emotions like love and desire, hope and fear, belonging and status. That is where the action is. We need to ensure that the experience of visiting, of studying at, or graduating from our university, physically or digitally, makes an irresistible emotional connection with our audiences, because it is emotion, not reason, that drives decision making.